Hello, Saturday. Some epic race. Initially planned to do the tiny races. Now was a bit late, and it's this week like just crit courses on the tiny races, and I don't know. I felt more to do the. Oh my god, the wrong
Right on.
stage. Jesus Christ, it's stage 6 and not stage 7. Okay, YouTube title is wrong. Oh damn. Oh damn. Oh damn. Well, I don't know if I can change that now. Don't think so. 20 seconds to go anyway. Got the wrong stage on the title. That sounds like a really great way to start. Anyway, let's see how it goes, and yeah, I need to be ready. Hi Simon. Yeah, wrong title. The video. Stage 7, not stage 6. And not one more. Oh, at least, okay. just a thumbnail wrong. Okay. Yeah. I will replace that later. Yeah. I mixed that up. Just kidding. Take care, Simon. Thanks for showing up and have a good day. So we got a bigger group now. Yeah, 15, 14, or 13 people. I think we have still no real chance to get to the front group. Yeah, it's just a pity that I couldn't hold the front group on this last like 100, 200 meters of the climb. Would have been like a sprint. I should have done. First from there on, it's like, it's no real difference in which group you're. I mean, from the speedo wall. Where we in the next group like lost a lot of time where this kind of falls flat areas. We got nearly 45% of the climbing done, roughly, maybe 40 something, at least. This group will fall apart on the climb again, I guess, and we'll see how it comes back together or not. What do I think? It's like There will be 2 free guys from the front group dropping off the series. We will have 5-6 here. Then joining these 2 free. This all feels like very much controlled riding at the moment in all groups. The distance to the front group bounces around between 20 and 25 seconds. The next group was like initially 25 seconds behind us, much more 33. Feels like all groups in this stage are riding like a easy part, and then nobody's really willing to like pull the group forward as the climb part is coming, and I think rightfully everybody's like concentrating on that coming part. So am I, so it's nothing to complain about that everybody's riding that way because I do the same. So. We would need someone like Darren in the group now. It's like pushing like crazy. So here we go. Hey RT. Hey Marco. I don't. Hey Mar. Yeah. Plan was the tiny races. I don't know, but I was a bit late. And it just didn't feel like doing them now. I don't know why. So why not do the same we did yesterday? Yeah, RTM. Yeah, this is epic race. Yeah, top 10 would be good. I just feel really weak on the flatter parts. That's what I need to train. This part here, exactly. I'm alone. Yeah, I don't think we catch the ones in front, but the guys behind me will catch me. So there was a front group, 8 people going away. Just at the top of the first climb, I was in touch, but just couldn't hold. I lost the wheel and like this kind of like when the climb gets flatter. Possible it would be. Like it's there, and yeah. The moment I would like work with these guys just to secure top 10. But Really, like if I could have kept the wheel on the first time, I would at least be in this like group 30 seconds ahead of me. It feels like we're going for 8 to 10, and not catch up with the guys in front of us. And probably the Japanese guy who's behind us alone probably will not close the gap now. I did it yesterday with Marco together for the very first time. It's a nice group with Thomas, Alan, and Joe. Then we fast one. Thanks, Marco. Thanks, IT. Thanks, Simon. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit really. Need to work on the flat parts. Need to work on, like, the hill, the last 100, 200 meters. So that this doesn't happen again. Where I just lose the group when I'm working that hard to stay with it. Like kilometer, 2 kilometers before. And then like on the last 5-10% of the climb, I lose it. And then on the flatter parts of the climb, and on the false flat parts, yeah, that's where I'm far away from where I should be. Climbing is okay, really not. And sprint is, yeah, okay. Punch is okay, but this like false flat, time trial style, and like in the climbing, the latter part of the climb, these are the things where I need to improve, and where I'm like really far off, let's say the top category C, and even the lower part of category B. So like both is like that's my homework to do. So I will see. We'll do now a little bit easy riding, and then have some lunch. And I don't know if I feel okay. I might try the tiny races later today. Just like in the morning, a very seldom thing happened that I was just not in the mood and late and RT. I think I like there's nothing I do to like push myself to be. There's nothing I do to keep myself out of B. I try to race and really tell myself that I need to start a real like approach for like my training on and again tell myself get away a little bit from this jump in the next race and do a group ride and then end up racing half or something. This is like I just need a bit more structured approach and do more stretching again, do more core body strength work, and so there's like stuff to do, and I enjoy category C at the moment, being at like one of the top riders there in most of the races. Let's see, this one, like, okay, 9th place, 111 status. That's, I think, something I can be happy with, but just this part on the first climb, and I stay with the front group, and I finish around 5th place. So it's like a little bit, let's say, just something I need to work on. Point, not more, not less. It's like in these races, you really see that the time differences that are happening. There are like a lot of parts of the race where, say, the front group, the next group, and maybe the group after it in that kind of race have quite similar speed, and that's where you either be a Darren to be able to alone push, and that's what I'm not, or you need to go with your group. And as a lighter rider, it's just naturally not my strong side, but the thing I need to work on. I see I'm not comparing my riding to any of the, say, professionals, but if you watch professional cycling on the Grand Tours, if you want to be somewhere in the channel classification, like, and there's no real channel classification here, of course, in these kind of races, but if you want to be on the top and do something like the FRR stage tours, or I did last year from Sisu, I think it had also 7-8 stages, Chasing Red, something like these things. You need to be good in all sides. And if you watch, let's say, the Tour de France, there's these lighter guys who good in climbing and then get dropped so much in time trial, there's nothing, then they lose. But you see the really great riders, and again, not comparing myself in any way to them, but the really great nowadays riders, they can be super light from the weight and can be great climbers, but they also have a strong time trial. There's nobody in the top in professional, not nobody, but nearly nobody, who is then losing minutes on the time trial on, let's say, the other races. Yet I think if you look back like 20 years or more, 25, 30 years, people like Verank against Ulrich, or who then lost like minutes on the time trial. And like nowadays, just you have the people like Winnegaard, you have the people like Pogacar, you have the people like Roglic, who are great climbers and who are in time trial also really great. So there's just like and I think if you, again, not comparing myself, but if you look what happens and there's like structured approaches in cycling training, it's more overall like qualities. Yeah, Archie is saying back then some had better stuff from the doctors. Yeah, I think, yeah, of course, people like Ulrich who grew up in GDR training where everything was given to even the youngsters. Sure, there was like this, but I think it just like, maybe I'm wrong, but I remember my idols of my childhood in cycling, like Chiappucci, Pantani, for sure. I liked Virenque better than Ulrich. Some of the Colombian climbers, I was always like the guy who, like, the climbers. But then they dropped on these like long time trials minutes. And at the end, mostly if you didn't have a time trial, then there was no channel classification. And I just like, that's how I did yesterday, this really short time trial, which is on the time trial Zwift Club race. It's like 4.1 kilometers on the, what is it, Mac Island Loop or something like this. And I was like, I ended up 8th place out of, I think, 18, 17, something like this. And I was really, so there's this first part, flatter part, okay, with like a hilly layout, I pushed good. And then there's this climb, I never remember the name of this climb, but anyway, there's this climb. And on top of the climb, I was like really, I think on like course of podium or close to podium. And I lost on the top, I think 20 seconds then on the next 2 kilometers. And I will never be like the time trial number one guy. But I really think that's the part where I need to work. It's all right to have the parts where you lose, of course, and everybody will have strong and not so strong sets. But yeah, it's just like getting less. Yes, they are on a level that is not natural. It's So RT is saying that everybody's on some stuff nowadays in cycling too. I think not. It's not cycling specific. It's like cardio sports, of course. You do if you do these long term like projects. I think they are just on much more advanced, let's say, medical support. Let's say it nice. Because like I mean, I don't want to say there's a specific people, but just like look at the numbers of this year's Tour de France, and like the first time where Wingegaard got 2 minutes in the field, and I think he was doing 7.1 watts per kilogram on 20 minutes. I don't know, something where he was like faster than the guys back in the days. Who knows? I mean, I'm not. I have no idea, and I don't want to, you know, say anybody's doing anything. But it's just bonkers, and I think you can do a lot of course with a lifestyle, and like I think they're training much more 12 months a year, and they're like the data you get everywhere. I think it helps. It surely helps, but like there's some numbers which are over the top and much more. And anyway, anybody who is like, you could be I think in the 90s very seen, or in the late 80s, these guys who were on EPO and like Reese and all. When I look back, I mean, these guys, beside all the, let's say, again, medical support, they suffered like hell. I mean, they were like, doesn't matter, you can be doped to the absolute max, and still the things you do, it's like bonkers, it's crazy. And you would suffer as much if you would not be on this things. They all go to 110%. I think it's just a question, where's your 110%? Is it, you should stretch it a bit higher. And the other thing is, I mean, I think even more than the drugs or the doping stuff you would use to get your peak efforts up. I think the huge thing is also like how to get your body down and ready for the next day after a long ride after hours. And so I think that's where probably I would see even more value, you know. If the best races of mine I did here in Zwift in these last 13 months. And when I had like really strong weeks, 2-3 weeks where everything felt so great. It was always when I like I rested and I felt like fresh, or not fresh, but mostly fresh on the next day. So this like, recharging yourself. That's a thing which I think, which then is like really the difference, especially if you do Grand Tours like Giro or Tour or something. The RT is thing. I don't know how they take this abuse or their bodies, and one hard race and you need a few days rest. Yeah, it's like, I mean, I just hope for everybody in this sport that they have a life after that too. I mean, in a healthy life, you know. If you look, for example, at these sad stories about, let's say, in the 70s, 80s, 90s, the American football guys, you know, with all these head injuries, and then like kind of got crazy. I mean, or the boxers really back in the days. Um, on a personal level, for these guys as human beings, I just hope that they really have a life after all that sport, and not. And if you see the people like Laurent Fignon, who like got cancer, that passed away, and the life Ulrich uh, did to himself after his career, and so on. I mean, there are a lot of like sad stories in professional sports. But on the other hand, you have also people who like manage to live after that. So I really hope for everyone involved, because I mean, beside all the things that will or are done on the medical level, the show these guys give, it's just I love that, you know. If you now I'm like to watch now the cross races in the European winter in like Netherlands, Belgium, and in these areas, cycling cross with Van Aert, Wout, Van der Poel, and Pitcock, and these guys. It's just like, I'm just like a fan, you know. I love them, and yeah. So that's just like, yeah, just hope that cycling stays on the right path. Beside all the, you know, probably sites that are still here. Who knows, you know? Maybe it's just all like good food, you know, good training, and yeah. For myself, at the moment in category C, and let's see, maybe at some point really manage to go to B, but I need to try to remind myself about keeping fit, keeping healthy, and having fun, you know. Should be fun. I'm not here on Zwift to just, let's say, suffer, or just like not suffer. I mean, not just like, yeah, there's suffering involved in this top effort. So what I wanted to say is, like, I need to always tell myself to keep the head on in the right direction. I did this last video. If you haven't seen it yet, maybe check it out. But Nervous Race and Set Racing, so I'm now 12 weeks. I think 12 weeks it is on the Set Racing winning streak. And it really, in the last 2, 3, 4 weeks, it really came into my head to, oh, I need to continue this streak. And yeah, I will try to continue this streak, but I'd rather be golfing. One of the really nice subscribers of this channel here, and who's also on Kaboom. Yeah, he wrote a comment that I think it's really really the right thing to. It should be, you know, you should be always keep the joy in it, and I'm unfortunately like sometimes a person who then like loses this a bit out of sight, and then just like trying to keep to that, you know, trying to prove myself something instead of just enjoy it, you know, and see the really important things, you know. If I have a look at my Garmin watch and you know, the data, and yeah, RT is writing, fun is the main thing, honestly, bigger the results. Yeah. It's true, and I just wanted to say, look on my Garmin, and I mean, these data are not like 100%, I know that, but if I look on my VO2 max, it's saying 50.9, you know. who knows? Let it be 48, let it be 52. It doesn't matter. It's not about one up, down. So basically, they are quite good in these estimations. And I just have to look back a year and a half or a year even. I'm sure this data was VO2 max was way below that. And these things are just like data points which give a good prediction how healthy you will be when you age. Not everything, of course, but it's like a thing. If you have this like around 50 VO2 max, you're somewhere around I think someone in the mid 20s, and I'm in my mid 40s. So yeah, that's what I should tell myself all this. It's the number one reason why I'm here, and keep my head in a good direction and not end up, hurting my, let's say, not really hurting my mental health, but taking away from what it can be. So this was like a 20 minutes me talking about cycling stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks RT for still being around, and if anyone had time to listen, and maybe write me a comment if there's some things you agree or don't agree, disagree with. And yeah, I wish you all a good day. You see here next to the window, sun is shining and it's great outside. It's like feels like a spring day. No more snow left here in Austria. On one hand, unfortunately, on the other hand, yeah, I prefer it. If it's spring, I prefer spring to winter. Hey RT, have a good day too, and yeah, thanks again for sticking around, and all the best for you, and see you soon again on Zwift, Discord, and wherever. Bye bye.